Hello grade 8 learner! Welcome to another video lesson in mathematics. In this video lesson, we will be discussing about how to subtract rational algebraic expressions with common denominators. It's another great day to learn, so prepare your pen, paper, and module as you start watching and learning from this video lesson. Happy learning! This lesson is based on the K-12 curriculum learning competency. The learner performs operations on rational algebraic expressions. By the end of this lesson, you, the learner, should be able to follow the steps in subtracting rational algebraic expressions with common denominators and to apply appropriate factoring techniques while subtracting rational algebraic expressions with similar denominators. We begin with a short review on how to subtract fractions. We start subtracting fractions by first checking if the fractions that we are given have the same denominator. Just like in addition of fractions, we cannot subtract fractions if they describe things that are divided into different parts. In our example, we see that the denominators of our fractions are the same. So we proceed to the next step, which is to subtract the numerators. Always remember the rules in subtracting integers when you subtract the numerator. First, we change subtraction to addition. Then we change the sign of the second number to its opposite. Therefore, in our example, what happens is that you are going to add 5 to positive 3 and get 8 over 7 as a result. Take note of this process as we discuss how to subtract rational algebraic expressions. When we subtract rational algebraic expressions with common or similar denominators, we are going to follow this formula. A over C minus B over C is equal to the difference of A and B over C, where A, B, and C represent polynomials, and the denominator C should not be equal to 0. Take a look at the following example. Compare the process of subtracting these RAEs with subtracting fractions. Do you see any similarities? Let's take a closer look at an example. Let us solve for the difference between 3a minus 8 over 4b and 8 minus a over 4b. First, we check if the rational algebraic expressions have the same denominators. By inspecting the given, we see that these RAEs have the same denominator, which is 4b. Since they are similar, then we can move to the next step. Next, we subtract the numerators and copy the common denominator. We focus on the subtraction of the numerators because here we are subtracting polynomials. Remember that just like in subtracting integers, when we subtract polynomials, we copy the first expression, change the operation to addition, then change the signs of all the terms in the second expression to their opposite. Thus, when we subtract the numerators, we have the quantity 3a minus 8 plus the quantity negative 8 plus a. After we do this, we can now combine similar terms in our numerator. After subtracting the numerators, we proceed to our final step, which is to simplify our answer if it can be simplified. In our previous step, we combined the similar terms in our numerator. which gives us the resulting expression 4a minus 16 over 4b. To simplify, we check if there are any common factors between the numerator and denominator that we can cancel out. If we rewrite our expression into their factored form, we see that 4 is a common factor in the numerator and denominator that we can cancel out. This leaves our answer in its simplest form, which is a minus 4 over b. Do you follow the discussion? Let's take a look at another example. Let's subtract 3x minus 2 over x squared minus 10x plus 25 from 4x minus 7 over x squared minus 10x plus 25. We always start with checking if the RAEs we are subtracting have similar denominators. Once we see that they have, then we can move to the next step. Take care also how you write the rational algebraic expressions from our problem. Note that the expression subtract from, because this means 4x minus 7 over x squared minus 10x plus 25 is the first rational algebraic expression that we are going to write in the mathematical sentence. This is the RAE that we are going to subtract from. The second RAE, 3x minus 2 over x squared minus 10x plus 25, is what we are going to subtract. Next, we copy the common denominator, then focus on subtracting the numerators. Remember, when we subtract polynomials, we change subtraction to addition, then change the signs of all the terms to their opposite. Thus, we have the quantity 4x minus 7 plus the quantity negative 3x plus 2 in our numerator. After that, we combine similar terms. When we combine similar terms, we now have the expression x minus 5 over the quantity x minus 5 times the quantity x minus 5. Then we can simplify our final expression if needed. Looking at the RAE, we can see that the quantity x minus 5 is common in the numerator and denominator, so we cancel those out. This leaves the simplest form of our expression, which is 1 over x minus 5. Were you able to follow the discussion? Good job if you did. If there are still some things that are not clear to you, you can replay this video, read your module, or ask help from your teacher to improve your learning. To check how much you've learned, try doing this exercise. Subtract the following expressions. Pause this video and solve first before we move to the answer. Done? If your answer is 3a plus 13 over a plus 5, then you got the correct answer. Good job! If you didn't, check the solution to see where you went wrong. Congratulations for finishing this video lesson. We hope that it helped make things clear for you. We leave you then with a final word from the English philosopher Francis Bacon. Knowledge is power. Keep learning, dear learner, and we'll see you again in our next video lesson.